rainy day now. Probably could turn the radio on, have a little bit of background noise, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Let's turn this little light on. Hello, whoever came in. Who do I got in here right now? What's going on, daughter? I'm glad you made it. Uh, this is one. This one's gonna be a rough one. Yeah, notice I'm putting it out. I am putting it out, Mr. Gray Day. Um, I'm doing good. I don't know how well this message is going to go out to people today for what I'm going to be talking about, but I'm doing good. Kind of in an undisclosed location. What's going on, Gabby? That's there we go. Who needs eyeballs, right? There we go. Who needs eyeballs? Uh, yeah, I don't know if the message is going to be taken cool and collective. Honestly, I don't, Gabby. Um, because this is kind of a hot topic. So, oh no. Ooh, damn. Come on now. Who needs eyeballs, right? Who needs eyeballs when putting their light on? Don't hit the plus sign. All right, that's it. Turning the light off for now. There we go. Ugh. I'll turn the light back on later if I need it. Um, well, I can tell you, Mr. Grade 8, there are no cornfields anywhere near me right now because, for the simple fact, we don't need cornfields, we don't need aliens, we don't need some children of the corn shit going on. Um, but seeing that I have 10 people in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this started. Um, so, if anybody is easily offended or triggered, I would suggest to jump the fuck out because what I gotta say will probably raise a lot of blood pressures. Well, I see three people like duck the fuck out. But anyway, um, we're gonna be talking about the illegal aliens that are trying to take over the trucking industry, driving 80,000-pound vehicles on our nation's road, killing American citizens. And for people that don't think this is happening, just look down to what happened in Florida August 12th. An illegal alien did a U turn in the middle of the damn freeway, killing three innocent people that just happened to be driving down the freeway. Uh, Yeah, we don't need eyes. We don't need eyes at all. And I'm also going to be calling out the states that are giving these people license, a license to drive, and calling out the states that are allowing them to drive through, even though there is an executive order saying you have to know the English language. You have to know how to read it, you have to understand it, you have to be able to read the signs, or you can't drive an 80,000 pound vehicle, which is common sense. Um, so, yes, Gabby, it is a huge, huge thing. And I respect Florida for what the Attorney General is doing and what Ron DeSantis is doing. Much respect to them. I say let's put ICE agents in all the state truck scales. Let's put ICE agents in all the rest areas. Let's put ICE agents in all the damn truck stops. Let's make it physically impossible for these jackasses to be driving down the road and not get caught. Hi to the new people coming in. Sorry if I don't call you out by name, but I do say hi to you. Uh, it is time for these illegal idiots, for one, to get off our roads, two, to get out of our damn country. I am calling out the state of California for issuing CDLs to illegal aliens. I'm not calling them migrant workers. I'm sorry, your first act coming into this country was breaking into the country. So I say you're an illegal alien. I am calling out the state of Washington for giving illegal aliens a CDL to drive an 80,000 pound vehicle. I am calling out the state of New York, Illinois, let's see, Massachusetts, Maryland, New Jersey, all you blue states with your Democratic governors, your day is numbered. Okay, the people voted for Donald Trump for many reasons. One, to get the illegals out. Okay, I'm calling out the state of New Mexico for allowing illegal aliens that cannot read English, cannot speak English, to drive through their state, to make it to another state, to kill people. Okay, you guys are jackasses. And any governor that will not allow the DOT officers to do their jobs, you should be put in jail along with the illegal aliens. These governors that are allowing their state to issue CDLs to illegal aliens. No, no, not illegal immigrants. No, no, they are illegal aliens. They broke into our country illegally. So they are illegal aliens. Um, Sorry, you're gonna have to post in English, buddy. We don't do other languages here. Um, but governors that run states that allow CDLs to be given to illegal aliens, they need to be put in jail as well because they are allowing it. Now, we've had our Texas governor, great state of Texas, from where I am from. If he wants to get reelected, he's going to start getting these illegal aliens off the damn road. Uh, but his whole thing is, oh, well, we don't have a mandate for truck drivers that just drive in the state of Texas to get them off the road. Um, no, we do have a mandate. It's called an executive order. If you cannot read or understand the English language, if you cannot read the road signs, get the fuck out. Simple as that. You don't need to be driving a truck. Uh, Now, I do know there is a guy on YouTube, Bonehead Truckers, Ike Stevens. Okay. I don't want him thinking that he is the only one that is trying to get the message out on people about these illegal aliens in the trucking industry and the epidemic that we're going through. I've been trying to keep quiet about it. I can't keep quiet any longer. Okay. So here's where it's gonna kind of go off the rails. A little bit. Not much. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna let my Gen X self come out. Okay. Um so if no, not a wrestler. Um so here's where I have to say, if you're offended by a certain language that people say, here's where you should probably log out. Um, I'm not going to be nice about it. This is not a shot at any LGBTQ community or anything else. So if Bug is in here lurking, watching, I'm not targeting you, Bug, or the community on the way I'm going to be talking. Okay. But this is going out to any and all illegal aliens that may be watching. You faggot motherfuckers, get off our roads. You are killing people. You can't understand the damn language. Get the fuck out of the country. Plain and simple. You don't see us going over to your country killing your people on the roads. Yes, you can, Gabby. You can translate for them. But you're not going to continue this. ICE will find you. ICE will kick you the fuck out. We're not playing. Okay. You had 4 years coming into this country illegally. You want to come over here, burn our flag because we've now got a government that's doing their job because of the person we elected. I say, tough shit. If you have families, guess what? Pack your fucking families up, get the fuck out. Plain and simple. I'm not playing. The government's not playing. The trucking community is no longer playing with you. Okay. It's going to get to the point to where most people, truck driver wise, they're going to start retaliating. We're going to take you off the road. We're going to disable your trucks at the truck stops, at the rest areas. And I would suggest not driving through Florida because Florida is not going to be your friend at all. I mean, they've already taken one person out of commission, maybe two, since this last wreck. Maybe more. Who knows? Maybe more that they're not saying. But here's the point. Uh, yes. If he's talking about anything about that dragon, go ahead and delete him. Um, but all right, Gabby, go ahead and translate. But if he keeps talking nonsense, you you and or dragon can delete his messages. Um, who am I sending this to? I am sending this to all the illegal aliens that are in the U.S. right now. That's who I'm sending this to. Get out. Your days are numbered. Okay. Like I said, we're done playing. Uh, there are a lot of truck drivers that think just like me. A lot of them won't say anything because they're scared of what their company may do. Been doing this 21 years. I'm not scared as to what my company may do. If they want to fire me, fine. Go ahead and fire me. I was looking for a job when I got this one. I've got a CDL. I can go to work pretty much anywhere. Um, I will stand on this hill. I will die on this hill. This is something that I hold dear. The trucking industry should be for Americans only. Now, don't get me wrong. The people that came over here legally learn the language. Indian, Mexican, whatever. I'm not targeting you. You did it the correct way. Okay. Who I'm targeting are the people that want to do things the wrong way. And if that's the way you think, go back to your country. Plain and simple. Okay. If you're scared, they're gonna kill me if I go back. So be it. You're gonna die in prison here. I mean, the idiot in Florida that killed 3 people doing the U-turn. Okay. He's looking at about 15 years per life that he took. Okay. I love the message that Florida is sending. No, he will serve his time before he is released to ICE to be deported. I mean, his faggot brother's already going to be deported, if not already been deported. Okay. He was in the passenger seat during the whole thing. Another thing that these illegal aliens are doing, they get these loads that are basically set up for teams. They're the only person in the damn truck driving, but yet mysteriously they have a co-driver that they can just switch logbooks and keep on driving. No, your days are numbered too. All these companies that do that shit, and you know who I'm talking about. You companies that want to sit there um, and you get in trouble by a company or by a driver having a wreck like this that kills somebody. You shut the doors. All of a sudden, you pop up with a new company, new DOT number. Fuck you. Get out of the country. You shouldn't be in business. Okay. You're a fly by night company that should not be allowed to operate in the United States. Okay, the accident that happened in Texas on I-20, Hope Transport or Hope Trans. They call it Hope Trans because maybe they got transgenders running the company. I don't know. But if if you have to shut your company down and reopen it with a different name and a new DOT number, you should be implicated as well in all the charges and serve the same prison sentence that your driver gets. I'm not wrong, okay? If I was to do something stupid like that, which I'm not, I would admit fault. Okay, yes, I had a dumbass moment. I did something stupid. I took 3 lives. Send me to prison. I deserve it. But I hear now that Mr. Raghead in Florida is now asking to be sent back to India. No, you're not going to India. The Indian Prime Minister wants to see if they can have him return to India. No, not going back to India. The 2 point something million people that signed a petition to be lenient on him, go jump off a mountain, please. Where's the leniency for the people that he took their lives from? Doing a U-turn, an illegal U-turn on the freeway, right in front of a sign that says no U-turns. Those aren't for trucks either. Those are for cars. Exactly. We are for legal immigration. Legal immigration. If you come here legally, you go through everything the way you are supposed to, down to the T. You will have a better life. It may not be immediate, but you can and will have a better life. If you come here illegally, ICE agents will hunt you down like the dog you are. Plain and simple. Exactly, Wes. He only got one sign out of the test that he was given. Um, and what's even worse is there is body cam footage from New Mexico. He knew broken English, but still had to use a translator to understand and talk to the DOT officer. DOT let him go. That's why I'm saying we need to have ICE agents in all state scales. Get rid of the bypass system for all state scales. Make sure all trucks have to get off into the scale, regardless. Even if you're empty, into the scale you go. Have ICE agents at all the truck stops. ICE agents in all the rest areas. You put them in the rest areas and the truck stops, well, where are they going to park for the night? If they park on the ramp, well, they're going to create an accident there, which, okay, they'll still go to jail. But if you put them in the truck stops, they won't be able to get fuel for their trucks because they're going to be too damn scared to stop at a damn truck stop to get fuel. Put them in the state scales, well, I'll be willing to show my ID and let them scan my ID. I am an American citizen. I have no problem with it. I have nothing to hide. And before I did this live today, I was sitting here thinking, should I hide my face before doing this live? I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. Then I decided, no, I'm not going to hide my face. I am not going to be one of these people that rants about these illegal aliens doing crap the wrong way and hide my face. No, I want everybody to see who exactly it is that is telling these illegal aliens to GTFO. Self deport yourself, whatever you need to do. Okay? Get out of here, get off our freeway system. You're doing nothing but hurting the trucking industry as a whole. Because each time one of these idiots have a wreck, it looks bad on us. Now, I'm not going to lie. We do have wrecks. We have some truck drivers here in the US that don't pay attention, don't do shit like they're supposed to, cut corners, get into wrecks. Well, they pay the price for it. These aliens, what do they get? A slap on the wrist. That's it, a slap on the wrist. As where if we do this, we're going to jail, losing our families, losing everything we own, and then going to prison. Applaud to Ron DeSantis and the Attorney General. Applaud. Because not very many states are doing anything. They just turn a blind eye. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie, Gabby. Every time I went down to Florida, it was like playing dodge the car, but it wasn't from the young people driving, it was from the old people driving. Some of the old people down there, some of them have no business behind the wheel of a car anymore. I get it. You don't want to take their freedom from them, because having a driver's license is freedom to go wherever you choose to go. But they really need to look at the aspect of, is it safe for grandma to actually drive a car when her cataracts make it to where she's technically legally blind and she tries to make a left-hand turn from the far right lane? I mean, I get it. They get confused sometimes, and sometimes they're just not paying attention. So I applaud Ron DeSantis, Attorney General, and all the lawmakers down there for trying to keep the roads safe, because, again, not a lot of states are being proactive about anything. Okay. Um, and yes, Governor Greg Abbott, again, this is a warning. If you would like to be reelected, get the illegals off the road. Even the ones that don't leave the state of Texas, if they just drive in Texas, get them off the road. You are not doing yourself any favors at all. You're just hurting yourself at this point. But we'll see what happens when election time comes up, right? Senator Ted Cruz, the great senator from the state of Texas that fights for everybody, all Texans down there. Talk to your boy Greg Abbott. Seriously, get them to get these people off the road. The driver that killed 5 people in Austin should have never been behind the wheel of a semi. He never once tried to hit the brakes, as was the same case of the driver in west or east, just east of Dallas. He claims he fell asleep. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He's just a dumbass. He didn't realize that cars were coming to a stop, and he kills 5 people. Do I believe in Jesus Christ? I'm going to answer this question real quick. I do believe in him. Do I worship him? No. I've got my own gods and goddesses that I worship every day. Do I believe in God? Yes. God comes in many different forms. Okay. Um, Many people look at him as the all powerful, almighty. Well, that's great if you're a Christian, Catholic, Baptist, whatever. People like me, that's a pagan, I believe in him. I don't worship him. I haven't for a long time. So that is my answer on that one. So if anybody ever, all right, daughter, I hope you stay safe out there. Watch out for the crazy people that may be driving. And yes, I got the fire extinguishers ready, just in case I see smoke coming from the school. I got it ready. Um, so that's the last time I'm gonna address that question. If I believe in Jesus, yes, I do believe in him. I believe that there is a higher power someplace. Um, I just don't worship him myself. Plain and simple. I don't know what to say. I don't worship him myself. Yes, but hey, I wish you all the luck, daughter. I really do. Going back to school to get another diploma takes real commitment. So I commend you on what you're doing. Um, I mean, I knew this live wasn't going to be very long. Everybody, I already knew this live was not going to be long. I'm actually surprised that most people have didn't jump in during this, because with this being a hot topic, um, it it really divides everybody. Um, exactly, Mr. Gray Day. She is definitely doing something that I could never do. I couldn't wait to get out of school. I would not go back. I mean, no, no, I couldn't do that. I'd be like, oop. I'd be like that Alice Cooper song, "School's Out." That's me, as I'm running out the door. Um, I don't actually don't know. I don't know where everybody is. I mean, I posted this everywhere, saying what time I was going to be on. But Washington State, California, New York, Illinois, Massachusetts, New Mexico, Texas, you should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously, you should be ashamed. You are the states that want American citizens to die. I say if you're okay with people driving on your roads that cannot understand or read English, great. Keep them in your state. Do not let them leave. Um, exactly, Mr. Grady. I'll read a book, but yeah, no, I'm not going back. Um, but keep them in your state. Do not let them leave your state. If they leave your state, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's not a matter of if they're going to get into a major wreck and kill people. It's a matter of when. When is it going to happen? My family drives the roads in Texas. I do not want some illegal alien driving next to them in an 80,000 pound vehicle. Okay. There should be no reason that an illegal alien, or as some liberal rainbow haired person would call, they're just a migrant. Nope, nope, they are illegal. They are illegal. They came in here with their first act being illegal entry. Um, so if they want their friends and family to die, on the roads by an illegal alien driving an 80,000 pound vehicle, then so be it. So be it. But I don't. I don't want my family to die by somebody not knowing what the hell they're doing. And these truck driving schools, there's a few of them. There's at least one in Minnesota and one in Washington State that I know of that offer CDL training in other languages to accommodate the illegal aliens coming over. Shut those places down. Throw the people that open those schools, throw them in prison for a long time. And see, this is why I don't make laws. Hey mom, this is why I do not make laws. Okay? Because if I found out there was a trucking school that was offering CDL training to people in other languages to accommodate them, I would first shut that school down. Second, I would have the people that opened that school arrested. One, for defying an executive order. Two or three, I would make sure that they went to prison for at least 60 years. I mean, I'm just saying, that's being lenient. But then again, I'm also at the point where if you're an illegal alien and you're driving an 80,000 pound vehicle, even if you do not cause an accident that kills somebody, say you You've been careful. You haven't caused an accident. Hey, Savvy, but you get caught driving an 80,000 pound vehicle on the road with a commercial driver's license from a clown state. I say before they release you to ICE to send you back, I say you should get a 50-year prison sentence. We will cremate your body and send your ashes back to your own country. Okay? Because we're talking about American citizens on the road that you're killing. We're talking about American infrastructure that you're destroying by hitting bridges. I'm talking about American tax dollars that you're wasting when you decide, "Oh, I'm going to be a retard today and I'm going to drive the wrong way on a bridge." Yes, that actually just happened. That either happened in Arkansas, Mississippi, or both. I'm not 100% sure. But there was an idiot that decided he's going to drive the wrong way on a bridge and had to be yanked out of his truck because he was too stupid to understand get out. Um, Thank you, Mom. Yes, both states. Uh, you are killing the trucking industry by undercutting the American truck driver to where we cannot make money anymore because you fuckers will run a load for $1. So you're driving the market down to where we can't make money anymore. Okay? We're done. We are done. American truck drivers are not going to keep standing for this. A lot of American companies are just rolling with it because they're like, "Oh, what can we do? Kick the illegals out, drive the freight prices back up to where they're supposed to be so we can actually start making money." Um, you're making it to where it is hard for us to make a living. If if anything, and then we got lawmakers and we got companies. Oh, we got a driver shortage. We got a driver shortage. No, we don't. We got a parking shortage. If if you get the illegals off the road, we won't have a parking shortage anymore. It'll be actually perfect. Find a place to park, no big deal. You get the American truck driver picking the loads back up to get from point A to point B safely in one piece. Yes, I'm calling you out, Amazon, letting people double and triple broker your own loads out because you're too stupid to do research on who is pulling your loads for you. So when I'm going down the road and I see an Amazon trailer off in the ditch, flipped over, trailer split open, packages all over the place, you know what I'm doing? Laughing my ass off. I am laughing my ass off because not only does it take money out of their pocket because, well, now they're out of a trailer, they're out of a truck, possibly now out of a driver because that driver is possibly going to get arrested on an ICE detainer. uh, Yeah, you know what, dude? That's not what your mom was calling me last night. So fuck off. Um, but it also takes money out of Amazon's pocket. So applaud Amazon. I laugh when I see your trailers in a ditch. Now, was I laughing when that driver down in Georgia going into Chattanooga killed a mother and her child the day before Mother's Day? No, I wasn't. You know why? Because that's a load that should have never been pulled by an illegal alien from Haiti. If if anything, I feel sorry for the victims in that crash and their families because he never once hit the brakes before slamming into them. And all these illegal companies that decide, oh, instead of using a building to where we can store records in, so FMCSA can come in and check, hey, we're going to make it to where it's an apartment complex. Or in some instances, we're just going to have a P.O. box number. Or there was one that actually used a Dunkin' Donuts for an address. Yes, one company literally used a Dunkin' Donuts for an address so FMCSA can go check the records. Well, guess what? That company ain't there. It's a Dunkin' Donuts. But yet, all of a sudden, something happens, and all of a sudden, magically, an address pops up for them, a new one, and it's always down in Florida. Always in Florida. I'm not hating on Florida, Gabby. Not hating on Florida. But why do they always pick Florida? I mean, it's surprising how easily there you are, people can just, oh, hey, I've got an address here in Florida. Well, okay, I get it. If you're a small trucking company and you run your company out of your apartment, that's fine. That's fine. But I know you're not parking the trucks at the apartment complex. So the only thing I have to say is when it comes to some of these shady ass companies always popping up with an address in Florida, which more than likely they're not even in the United States. But why is it that FMCSA does not check the address where they are giving? And how about the state of Florida go and actually start kicking doors down? What's going on, Carmen? Um, exactly, Mom. They're using self storage units or anything that has an address that they think they can get away with. Okay. Um, that's not allowed. That's not allowed, Gabby. You can't be tossing pasta while I'm on alive. Just kidding. Just kidding. Do your thing. Um, But I feel that some of these lawmakers need to give power to law enforcement, not just ICE, not just local law enforcement, but all local and federal combined. When these shady ass companies are applying for a DOT number and they give an address, let the federal agents, local law enforcement, everybody start going and kicking doors down, asking for paperwork. Because that is the only way it's going to get done. And all this before they are issued a DOT number. Before they are ever issued a DOT number. Don't give them a DOT number and wait for something to happen. No. Yes, Carmen. And you know what? Like I was telling Gabby earlier, I applaud Ron DeSantis. I applaud the Attorney General. I applaud all the lawmakers down there in Florida for doing this. They are one of the only few states that are actually targeting illegal truck drivers. But also to target the illegal truck drivers, we have to target the shady companies that hire them. The ones that will be quick when their driver gets into a wreck and kills somebody to close shop, reopen it in a different name with a different DOT number. And you know, Carmen, I love that they're hanging out in all the way stations. Okay, ICE, Highway Patrol, everybody. They need to go after the rest areas and the truck stops as well. I'll say it. Hit the rest areas, hit the truck stops. If illegal aliens can't get fuel, what are they going to do? Where are they going to drive? Um, I mean, the company that this guy worked for in that did the illegal U-turn in Florida, it has now come to light that there are now ghosts. They've disappeared. I guarantee they will resurface in a few years under a new name and new DOT number. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Because that's how these idiots operate. They think they're being smart. They're not. They may be outsmarting FMCSA, but they're not outsmarting everybody else. Okay. Any truck driving or trucking company that says, "Oh, you have to use a Telegram or whatever to communicate with us," fucking run. That's a shady ass company. Okay. Companies like Super Ego, get rid of them. Okay. Uh, I should say most of the companies out of the Chicago area because I mean Chicago is like a safe haven for illegal aliens. Okay, well if you want illegal aliens driving in your state, how about all the truck drivers just stop on the Illinois border, dropping the loads off, and say, "Wash my hands of it." You know, Carmen, it does need to be harder to get a DOT number. It should take months of investigating of where you're located at. They should know the name of your firstborn child before they give you a DOT number. Okay. But instead they just hand it out like candy. Oh, you're applying for a DOT number. Here you go. Here it is. You know, And you know what? I'm going to sit here and say it. Obama and Joe Biden ruined this country. Plain and simple. They ruined this country. Oh shit, I better go like this video then. I better go like this video, my own video, to make sure I'm not cursed. Uh, I mean, Obama, he cut the mandate of having to know and speak the English language for truck drivers. Uh, that was on him. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Trump should have signed an executive order after he came into office the first time to reinstate the English language in trucking, but he didn't. That's right, Savvy. Um, yes, Mr. Grey Day, it is a unique number. I've got one on the side of this truck I'm driving now. Every truck in the United States that operates has to have a US DOT number. Now, when Joe Biden took office after President Trump, and I'm not going to lie, he opened the border. Okay, the Rainbow Coalition is going to say, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He opened the border to all illegals coming in. Um, you now see illegal aliens working for shady companies. They will have a US DOT number and a name written on a piece of paper that they have laminated that they will tape to the side of their truck. Well, when shit starts going wrong, guess what? They can take that one off and put a different one on. And you know, Mr. Grady, that FMCSA, they're supposed to monitor safety. I'm beginning to wonder if instead of monitoring safety, they're more less looking out for themselves because they ain't doing shit for us. Okay, um, with all the wrecks that are happening from illegal aliens, the FMCSA should be going ape shit, shutting stuff down, trying to figure out what the problem is. Um, but they're not. I think they're lining their own pockets from states like, say, California, Washington, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, New Mexico, Texas. Uh, mm, Maryland. Maryland is one. I think they're sending money off to FMCSA. Hey, turn a blind eye. You don't see what's happening. Okay. Um, and unfortunately, lives are being ruined and extinguished because of it. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, the wreck that happened on the east side of Dallas on I-20 that killed 5 people. It was so violent. The girl that survived the wreck while her family was being murdered, yes, I will say murdered. I believe she had to have a leg amputated because of that wreck. Well, right now, Gabby, we got 7 people that liked it. So 7 people saw that warning and was like, nope, 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 I'm not gonna be get visited by some creature tonight. Um, but I mean, we've got people that, like I said, they're not just losing their lives; they're going through life changing alterations because of these wrecks. Okay, we need to get the attention. Okay, I'm asking everybody, reach out to your senators, reach out to your congressmen, reach out to everybody that you can send a letter to, make a phone call to. Say, we need this taken care of. Yes, mom, mental health as well. Uh, okay, Carmen, some of those creatures might come with rainbow colored hair, right? Screaming and hollering. Um, again, Bug, Bug. If you're lurking someplace, watching, not commenting, nothing at you or the LGBTQ community. Okay, nothing against you. Okay, it's just me talking. Um, I talk crazy talk. Um, exactly. All members of Congress have email addresses. All members of Congress have phone numbers. All senators, the same thing. Light them up. Light them up. I get it, Mr. Gray Day. I get it. Um, but I mean, you got to make sure the message gets out, because without the message being taken and giving them to the congressmen and the senators and the governors, they're not going to realize that there is a major problem. Okay, they're going to see the news. Okay, we had a truck wreck. It'll another truck driver, killed somebody on the roadway. Then all they're going to see is another truck driver, because a lot of the news channels and the news stations, they have stopped reporting if the person driving was an illegal alien or not. Why? Because it does not fit their narrative. And unfortunately, since it don't fit their narrative, uh, they can't have anybody sitting there talking about, oh, we've got a problem with illegal aliens driving on our roadways. Well, that's fair, Mr. Gray Day. That's fair. Um, but if you check the news, you look at the stats. Okay, I'm almost begging everybody to look at the stats. Go and look. How many accidents has there been in the trucking industry just this year? Just this year, since January 1. to now, go and look at how many accidents have involved commercial vehicles. And then look how many of those accidents were caused by an illegal alien behind the wheel of said commercial vehicle, compared to how many of those accidents were with American truck drivers behind the wheel of that truck. Because American truck drivers, yeah, like I said, we get into wrecks. A lot of times it's not our fault. Sometimes it is. You know, sometimes it's a car wants to play a stupid game, so they're going to win a stupid prize. You know, it's the whole fuck around, find out. You know, you get in front of us, you do something stupid, trying to do something stupid, and when you lose that fight, then you want to scream victim. Well, guess what? Too many trucks have dash cameras nowadays. Just about all of them do. So when you get to court and they're looking at everything on video and they go, well, you're the one that played the stupid game, so here's your stupid prize. You know, this is what you get. But I do challenge everybody, look at the stats on how many truck wrecks have involved illegal aliens compared to legal citizens just since January 1. I guarantee news companies, news stations, they do not want to report on what was an illegal alien compared to a legal citizen because it does not fit their narrative. Okay? It's the whole if it bleeds, it leads. Who cares if it was an illegal or not? We're just going to post the story. Okay, well, that's fine, but, you know, at the same time, why don't you report the truth? Um, if if I'm right with everything, there is going to be more truck wrecks involving the illegal aliens than there are American citizens. That's right, Mr. Gray Day. That is right. Hey, driver, you win. You want a free trip to jail as soon as you get out of the damn hospital and learn to walk again. You know. Uh, Now, the state of Georgia. What's the state of Georgia done? I think most illegal aliens are trying to stay out of Georgia. Not quite sure. Because I haven't heard of any being stopped in Georgia. Don't mean it's not happening. But, I mean, I don't know exactly how this idiot drove to Florida. He probably ran across I-10, across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, right into Florida, and then was, I guess, on his way out. I don't know. Uh, and then decided to do something stupid. Um, and as for the guy's name, I refuse to say his name. So we're just going to call him Fuckface. That sounds like a good name for him. Him and his stupid ass bun that's on the front of his damn head where his towel goes. And again, I'm not digging at the legal U.S. immigrated people from India. Okay, much respect for you for coming over here legally, learning the language, doing everything properly. much respect. What I can't stand is having people coming over here saying, "Oh, oh, we we don't want to live in our country no more because we're scared. So we're just gonna ask for asylum over here." Well, that's your first mistake, because to ask for asylum, you must go to the first embassy that you come to when asking for asylum. If you're in India, well, guess what? I'm pretty sure we have a U.S. embassy over there in India. You go to the embassy, ask for asylum. You don't break into our damn country. The fuck out of here. Exactly, Carmen. You know why they don't like the illegal aliens? It makes them look bad for doing everything legally. Okay. Some of these legal immigrants that came over here did everything the right way. It don't happen in just months. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. It could take upwards to 5 years getting legal U.S. citizenship. So doing everything properly, the correct way, going through the proper channel, and then you see some idiot coming over here illegally, it gives them a bad name because now people are looking at them with a side eye, going, "Are you actually legal, or are you just saying you're legal?" So, but kudos to everyone that's come over here legally, straight up. Everyone that's come over here legally. I just cannot deal with people doing it illegally because, well, first off, you're breaking the law. Second off, most of you idiots that are coming over here illegally, especially young fuckers, that think, "Oh, I'm leaving my country for a better life in America." Well, as soon as you find out ICE is coming after you because you broke the law coming in, now all of a sudden you want to burn the American flag. That should give you a one-way ticket out of the country to never come back. Or in my opinion, all these people that want to do that, it's my opinion, nobody quote me on it that it's going to happen. I say we load you up on a C-130 transport, fly you out over the Pacific at 20,000 feet, and just push your ass right out the back of the plane. And be like, "Hey, if you survive the fall, you can come back after you swim." That is awesome, Carmen. That is awesome. Uh, you know what? Kudos to her. Kudos to her. I mean, exactly. We got to feed the sharks. But kudos to her. I wish her all the happiness in the world over here. I hope she's able to accomplish everything that she dreams of. I mean, and becoming a U.S. citizen and legal voter, that's double kudos right there, because now we're talking, she can actually voice her opinion. Okay, she can actually voice her opinion on what she wants for this country. Okay, and all these idiots that are saying, "Oh, uh, uh, we need to implement socialism and communism. Show me one country that's ever worked in, because as far as I know, it's never worked. Exactly, Carmen. I mean, you just proved my point. It doesn't happen overnight becoming a legal U.S. citizen. And I'll be the first to admit, okay, when it comes to becoming a legal U.S. citizen, the test that is administered, I'm almost guaranteeing half of the United States of people that are legal U.S. citizens would not be able to pass that test. Yeah, yep. And I mean, me being a legal U.S. citizen, I can guarantee you, if I was given that test to become a legal U.S. citizen, I would epically fail. Okay. They would be looking at me going, "Are you sure you're a citizen?" Maybe. I mean, as far as I know, but I mean, technically, I was born in California, so does that really make me a legal U.S. citizen? Or does it just make me a foreign national on visitation from California? I mean, I'm just saying. Uh, I mean, yeah, and and for anybody that may watch this later on, I'm normally not this wound up. I am normally not this wound up over something. But when it comes to the trucking industry, when it comes to people losing their lives or having life altering injuries due to illegal aliens driving trucks, that hits me hard. You know what, Carmen? I think you might be right. I might have to go into a detention center and say, uh, I was born in California. I may be a foreign national on visitation from California. Can I have a visa? Um, and yes, it is the industry I work in. It is the industry that has allowed me to raise two wonderful kids. Okay, it is an industry that has allowed me to be able to provide for my family. And I am slowly watching it die because of these people. And I mean, I'm done. I'm physically done with it. If by some chance, by some miracle, that's fair, Carmen. That's fair. But by some chance and some miracle, we can get these people off the road, make our roads safer before the end of the 4 years of Trump being in office. I will be happy. Okay. But these idiots, they're hiding because they don't want to go back to their own country. ICE will find you, ICE will deport you. I mean, and Carmen, You may have to be deported back to Alabama, and I may have to be deported back to California until I get citizenship for the United States. Same with you. um, but I mean, I don't see it happening overnight. Yes, it's going to take time. Yes. But I would like to see it happen before the end of the 4 years is up. And if it don't happen by the end of the 4 years that Trump is going to be in office, I say let whatever Republican is coming in after Donald Trump is in office. If JD Vance runs and if JD Vance wins, let him continue the mission on getting these people out. Because I'm not gonna lie, if something ain't done, it's gonna start looking like the wild wild west out here when it comes to the trucking industry. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of incidents involving other truck drivers that may get ugly. I'm hoping it does not come to that point. Because if it comes to that point, all I can say is we warned everybody. We have sent emails. We have made phone calls. We have made Zoom calls. And nothing's being done. I would be more than willing to take an English proficiency test on the side of a road. Although some days English is hard for me, just because. Um, but I will be more than happy and more than willing to show ICE. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not an illegal alien. I'm not like some of these other idiots out here. I do my job safely. I do it properly. Yes, they have already threatened me in person. I've had drivers threaten me already. Okay. So this whole thing is it's not a game anymore. Okay. Bonehead truckers, Ike Stevens, he has been threatened by these shady companies for calling them out. I'm being threatened by drivers, illegal drivers. You need to quit talking about this. Yeah, well, you need to get your mom's hoo hoo out of your mouth, okay? Yes, I censored that for you, for my mom. Um, I mean, okay, most guys will understand this one. The last guy that threatened me, I told him he needed to get the who out of his mouth so I can understand what the hell he was saying. Okay. Um. So I mean, am I taking the threats seriously? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because I mean, they're not going to do something in a public place, which is most of the time where I'm at, in a public place. They're not going to be that stupid. Although I can say they are retarded for being here, so I mean they could be that stupid. Um, but I mean they're gonna have a fight on their hands if they try. Okay, because again, the trucking industry is going to turn into the wild wild west. It's not going to be pretty at all. And unfortunately, if that happens, I'm not going to say that there won't be innocent people that get caught up in it because there probably will be. Which I don't want that. It's the shady companies, Mom, that are going after people like Ike from Bonehead Truckers, which I would say everybody go to Bonehead Truckers. I'm gonna tag him in the description for this video, so everybody can go to his channel as well and check him out. He has been calling this out from the very start. Okay. It started out as a joke, people not doing what they're supposed to, durka durka. That's what the language they speak. It started out as a joke. It's not a joke no more. It's really not. If if people want to go and straight out straight up start threatening others for calling out their stupidity, then they're just as guilty as the drivers. Yes, quack quack. Um, I mean, granted, the other night I was almost ran off the road up there in Wisconsin by another truck. Yes, I did call the police on him. I pulled over, and as I was pulling over, he was getting pulled over further up because, well, lo and behold, there was a sheriff's deputy there. Now, granted, he also had sparks coming out from underneath the bottom of his trailer. I'm sorry, there's not supposed to be sparks coming out from underneath your damn trailer. Now, I don't know if the guy was illegal or whatever. Don't know what was going on. But I ended up calling it a night sooner than what I wanted to because of that incident. And I'm just glad that there wasn't a vehicle to the left hand side of me when that happened, or else, it would have been bad. Um, but I will, like I said, be dropping the information for Bonehead Truckers in the description of the video for people to be able to go and check him out. I mean, he's a hoot. He lays it out. He's a fellow Texan. He is a fellow Texan. Um, and after this video, I will be calling ICE on myself, telling them I may need to be deported back to California until I can get another visa to come back into the United States. Um, Carmen, you might want to do the same thing. Just saying. Um, but no, with that, everybody, I'm going to quit ranting for now. I'm going to quit ranting for now until I find something else I need to rant about. And yes, Mom, you as well. Yes, everybody, my mom was also born in California. She moved me to Texas. So I think her visa is probably expired just as mine has. And for any ICE agents listening or watching this later on, I'm just kidding. I am a legal US citizen. But but no, I'm gonna go ahead and quit ranting. Get ready to get on the road from my undisclosed location. I wish everybody a we don't hear from you, call ICE, huh? Got it. Got it, Carmen. Um, but I wish everybody a great day. I wish everybody a great afternoon. I hope you're staying cool where you are. If you're on the eastern side of the U.S., hopefully you're enjoying the cool weathers that have come down. Um, Mr. Gray Day, this actually does help. It gets a lot of everything off my chest. Um, so, everybody, love one another. Go out, touch some grass. I know for some people it might be a culture shock. Um, and I will see everybody in Discord. With that, I wish everybody a great night. Talk to you later on.